second mass grave of babies' bodies has been found in a UK town just yards from where the remains of 300 infants were discovered earlier this year. In September, the bodies of hundreds of babies and children were found in a mass grave in Greater Manchester's Royton Cemetery. That grave was uncovered along the site's southeastern wall, holding the bodies of 145 babies, 128 children and 29 adults. Now, a second grave has been located on the northern wall of the graveyard behind the chapel building. It has yet to be confirmed how many bodies are buried at the site, which Oldham Council say will be marked with a permanent memorial. Yesterday evening, a candlelit vigil was held to remember those buried in the graves. The newly confirmed grave was marked by family members and Councillor Maggie Hurley with flowers and candles. The graves had been created as part of a common practice which saw stillborn babies taken from their mothers after being told their children would be buried with a nice person in an adult grave. Instead, babies were placed into cardboard boxes and buried in unmarked mass graves. Parents of stillborn babies or those dying shortly after birth were not consulted about funeral arrangements before the mid-1980s, according to SANS, a stillbirth and neonatal death charity. The organisation said before then, parents were not usually involved and many were not told what happened to their baby's body. It added, some parents who have tried to trace the grave or cremation record of a baby who died some time ago have been successful. SANS said there was a general belief, both amongst professionals and society as a whole, that it was best to carry on as though nothing had happened. The original grave had been discovered by a woman looking for her brothers, with one stillborn and the other dying within 5 hours of his birth in 1962. The resting place measures just 12 feet by 12 feet.